right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 96 of Life Unmedicated. So, today, let's see, I am running a very tight schedule, so I'm really going to try to make this like 20 minutes or less. I did have quite a few things I want to talk about, but I'm going to save half of them for next time. Okay, so cool. Let's hurry up and get started then. Let's see, it is. Um, what is it? Tuesday? No. It's I don't know what day it is. Okay, so let's start with goals. Last week I wanted to complete my courses, resubmit my application, redo my or tighten my hair, clean my apartment, eat well, and come up with a health regimen. Let's see, what did I do? I did complete my courses. I did resubmit my application. I finished my hair. I did not clean my apartment, but I will be doing that today because I don't have a choice. I ate pretty well. Yeah, I did actually. Yeah. And I did come up with a health regimen that I'm comfortable with committing to. So I would say that did I get everything? Oh no, I got 5 out of 6 things done. And I have to clean my apartment today because my mom will be here tonight. So I don't have a choice. So it will get done. Yeah. So uh, goals for this upcoming week. I they're gonna be a little. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to make goals, just because with my mom being here, I'm not really gonna be able to like. I can't predict what's gonna happen. I have front loaded all of my work into tomorrow and Wednesday. So, I'm kind of, my goal this week is to be kind to myself and I'm going to say work out at least twice and get my 10,000 steps every day, 6 days. And I'm going to have to exercise a little patience, move slower, try not to let things like irritate me. Because I do sometimes tend to get like if I'm anxious, well, not obviously, but if I'm anxious, it heightens my irritability. But I've been noticing lately that that hasn't been as much of an issue. Like I might get immediately irritated, but I'm not like it doesn't. I don't know if this makes sense, but it doesn't like load all the way. Like I might be like ugh or like or roll my eyes or something, but like right after that I'm like I'm fine and I'm able to like move forward and like get whatever I was about to do done, or ignore whatever just happened, or kind of just go on about my life, and not be irritated. So um practicing that, because it's just we love our parents, right? Like we love our parent. I love my mom down. Like that's my girl, my bestie. But sometimes, we've worked really hard to get to the place that we are. And sometimes she says things or I anticipate things that are gonna like trigger me because of experiences that we've had in the past. So I want to get out of that habit where I'm like anticipating or like yeah, just like anticipating that she'll have something negative to say, or like taking everything she says as negative, because there have been times where she's just asked a simple question but I took it in a negative way because of like something she maybe used to say to me when I was growing up. And I'm not saying that like I'm wrong for that, but what I am saying is that um when people try to like grow and change, you have to treat them in that way. So I can't continue to treat her like she's like the same old person, or that she has the same intentions as she did before, when she has been like very clear that like that's not, what she's that's not her intention. So yeah, I want to sorry, hold on. I want to be able to just go into everything with a pure heart and a clear mind and no um, preconceived notions and no negative anticipations. I don't want to fight at all, which I don't think we will. I mean, when she was here last time, when she was here last time, I did, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't want to fight at all. Even though we didn't fight, it was just me being like triggered and reacting instead of responding. So no negative anticipations and responding instead of reacting. Because I was bad. Like I even felt bad afterwards. Anyway? Okay, cool. So those are my new goals. And so today, the main thing that we're talking about today is knowing when to say when. Because I think I told y'all when I first started this back that I was able to start getting my prescription again for my Adderall, and I hadn't started taking it because I felt like I didn't feel like I needed it, and I didn't want to take it unless I felt like I needed it. But I'm pretty sure that I told you all this, but the boundary I set for myself was that if I found myself becoming low functioning and like not wanting to get out of the bed and not and having like no motivation and not being able to get stuff done, and just like seeing myself experiencing the symptoms that I experience when I am depressed, then I would take my medicine because we have to be able to utilize the resources that are available to us. And so, yeah, last week I decided I was going to start taking my medicine again. And I don't know how long. I don't think it's going to be like a forever thing. I think it's just going to be something that gets me through this rough patch that I'm experiencing. But what led me to that decision was just that I found myself not wanting to get out of bed for a week and I was not productive and I barely did the things that I wanted to do, and so I said, okay, well, this is the boundary that I set, and this is the solution. Um, it's been like I could probably, between when I quit in May of 2023 and last week, I could count on one hand how many times I had taken Adderall. Um, but so it was never consistent. I think I took it for 2 days straight. That was the longest, and everything else was like a one off. Um, so taking it consistently has been an interesting experience because I think that when you don't take Adderall is not a medication that has to build up in your system, but and the doctors always say like, oh, you can take it one day and then when you take it the next day it's like you never took it before. But I don't that hasn't been my experience. I don't think it needs to build up because it really doesn't work like that. It's not one of those things where like if you don't take it one day it'll still be in your system from the day before, so that's okay. But I do feel like if I take it sporadically, I experience more symptoms. So over the past week, I have been experiencing symptoms that I did not experience when I was taking it consistently. Like I have a hard time going to sleep at night, which I kind of anticipated because it is a stimulant. So I just try to take it like really early in the morning. But even still, I find myself up until like 1, maybe 2 in the morning. And I usually go to sleep around like 10 or 11. So that has been the struggle. That has been a huge struggle for me, and it isn't really the best time for that particular struggle, but the alternative is even worse. So it's been a week for sure. Not to mention, anyway, um so what's the extra goal? I don't even know. Anyway, so the symptoms that I'm experiencing, they're not bad enough for me to say forget it, but I'm trying to give myself like 2 weeks at least. If I am still not able to go back to sleep or go to sleep at a decent hour in a couple weeks. So it's been a week now. Today will mark a week. So tonight will be weird because like I'm getting my mom. Well, I should know. I should be able to kind of see if it has an impact. So I'm trying to give it like a week or two, and like I think 2 months will be fine. Um, that'll take me through January and February. I mean, we'll reevaluate. I'll probably reevaluate in January too. But yeah, so I'm giving myself right as of right now like 1 to 2 months. I just need to be able to make it through this season. I don't have time to not be able to get anything done. Like I have a lot to do in the next few months, and not being able to motivate myself to get things done it's just not an option right now. And as much as I would like to think, oh, I can do this without it, I can sometimes, but I also know when to admit that I need help. And right now, I need the help. So that's just what it is. And if I continue to not be able to sleep, then I'll have to reevaluate because that's not something that I see myself like. I'm not about to take medicine every day and then take medicine to go to sleep every night. Like that will take years off my life. But sorry. But I do feel like as long as I can fall asleep, then the other symptoms they're not as bad, um, or they're not as impactful. I'll say that they're not as impactful, so I'm not really tripping about them. So yeah, I mean that's really it for that. I mean, I noticed that I am obviously way more productive. It's easier to focus. I got so much done last week. Like so much done last week. Last week was really hard. Like, woo, that's the hardest week I've had in a long time. I had to get 60 credit hours of work done before I resubmitted my licensure application. I had to redo the application, which wasn't all that hard, but it was time consuming. Um, in addition to my three, now four jobs that I have. Um, and I didn't have four last week though. I had three. And so, yeah, I had to get all that done. And I was fasting. I decided my church did a fast and shut in. And I don't usually do the shut ins because they always take place during the 1 day a week that I have to actually go into the office. I mean, the 2 days a week, excuse me, that I actually have to go into the office. And so it's hard for me to make it, but I do the fasting part. So I did fast, and that was a really nice reset for me. I mean, it was very difficult, very difficult. I haven't fasted in a long time. I don't remember. It's been months, at least 6 months, and it's probably been longer than, I mean, it might have even been a year. I really can't remember the last time I fasted. I used to do it on a regular basis, and I think I want to get back to that simply because it is really good for discipline and um, just being able to like shut out everything. Like fasting for me and in general, but for me specifically, is not just about like not eating. It's really being able to focus on God, hear his voice, get some answers that I've been looking for, or make some progress in an area that I've been wanting to make some progress in. And, last week I fasted from Wednesday to Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I feel like it was just a really good reset for me. I was able to shut out other noise. Like I don't watch TV or like scroll on social media or listen to any like secular music. It's just all God. And of course, like my job, but all God, everything. So it was just nice to be able to actually accomplish that because there have been a couple of times where I tried to fast and I like changed my mind because, yeah. So, yeah, it was just nice to be able to do that. And I felt very accomplished when I finished. And I just felt like, once again, God bringing me through. So that was great. I was proud of myself for that. But that did not, it certainly did not take away from how difficult last week was. Um, yeah, I mean, all I like to do when I finish with my day is lay on the couch and watch TV. And I couldn't even do that. Like, I had to do those credit hours when I finished with work. So when I finished both my jobs, I had to do my full time job and then my part time job. And then I had to do like, I think I did like 15 credit hours a night, um, which it was nice to be able to break it down like that, but it was a lot. It was a lot. Like, ooh, I'm so glad it's over. Um, but yeah, I mean, I got it done, and that's what matters. I still have that legal matter to take care of, but I'm not going to be able to do that until my mom leaves because that is just going to take up a lot of time, and I want to be able to spend as much time as possible with my mom. So yeah, um, let's see. It's been, I think, about 20 minutes. I did have something else I wanted to talk about, but that those two can wait until next time because they're not quick subjects. So yeah, yeah. So that's it for this week. As always, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope that you got a little bit of something out of it. Next week, I actually, hmm, next week I think I'm gonna have a surprise for you all, and you might be able to guess it, but um, I do plan on recording next week, and yeah, I have a little surprise for you. So everybody tune in. It'll be fun. I'm 100% sure it will be a good time. But anyway, like I said, thank you so much. Don't forget to share and like and subscribe. And I hope you have a great rest of your week and a happy Turkey Day. Enjoy your family time. Enjoy the holiday. Enjoy those plates guilt free because we deserve.